Hello, this is Biz News reporting from the Canalys Mobility Forum in London. We're here with Patrick Remy. He's Vice President for Devices at Orange Group. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you very much for receiving us.
Thank you for having me today.
Well, the first thing I'd like to ask you is if you can describe to us a bit what your responsibilities are in Orange.
Yeah, so at Orange, I'm responsible for all of the devices activity. So as you might know, Orange, we have operations in around 30 countries, providing both mobile but also fixed and broadband services to our customers. So I look after mobile phones, PCs, but also fixed phones. And my main challenge and mission in doing this is to make sure that our customers get the best devices for them to make the most of the range of Orange services.
And how would you say that the year 2009 has been so far?
So 2009 has been an interesting year with a number of major changes in the landscape. I would say that one of the major trends that we've seen in our markets is what we call polarization. Due to the economical environment, we've seen a significant growth of the lower end of the market, the entry phone segments. We've seen this growing quite significantly because of the global environment. And we've also seen the smartphone segment growing also quite significantly, mostly due to the success of the iPhone and the fact that Apple has shown that people could be using their phone to do more than simply placing calls and texting. So a significant change in the overall landscape. Lower-end devices growing, high-end devices also growing, so polarization of the market. So that would probably be one of the major trends that we've seen in the market this year. And the second one would also be the arrival of new players in this market, again citing Apple, but also Google, bringing new opportunities to that market and bringing added value to our customers, changing a bit the balance on the market.
And one of the subjects of this forum is netbooks. And I'm wondering how should the industry, the smartphone industry, react to that, if at all?
At Orange, we've been one of the first operators, if not the first operator, to launch netbooks to the market a bit more than 1.5 years ago. And what we've seen since then is that both the netbook market and the smartphone market have been growing tremendously during that period. So I wouldn't say that in the short term there's a real competition between the smartphone segment and the netbook segment, but rather real, and they really complement each other quite nicely. But then in the longer term, it's difficult to say how those two industries will be collaborating. Difficult to say what the landscape will be in 3 to 5 years from now.
And going back to Orange, we see that the smartphone sector has it's continuously growing, and continuously applications are being developed, platforms. And I'm wondering, how does Orange manage to keep itself or to keep a simple handset? How do you do it?
So it's true that simplicity is one of the core values that we promote. We want to make sure that the user experience for our customers is as simple as possible, so that they can actually really make the most of our services. So really, simplicity is at the core of what we're doing. And it's quite complicated on our side to be able to provide this to our customers. So we're investing very significantly on our side to make sure that we have a good understanding of the platforms, of the technology, and that we can be ahead of the wave to make sure that our services are provided in the simplest manner to our customers. We want to make sure that our customers don't have to worry about the technology, the platform, the devices, whether the device is running Windows Mobile or Android or Symbian is something that we don't want our customers to care about. We simply want to make sure that they have the services that they care about and that those services are as easily accessible as possible.
And another thing that we find is that as the smartphone sector develops, so do the consumers. They continuously demand more services and tariff. There's been tariff wars. There's been all types of situations happening in the smartphone sector. So I'm wondering, how does that affect a company like Orange in terms of profits or margins? How difficult is it to keep on top of the market?
Well, we've announced a few weeks ago our figures for Q3 of this year, and what you get from those figures is that, yes, it's a challenging environment, but we're pretty much in line with the objectives that we have set ourselves in terms of financial results. And we also announced at that occasion that we confirmed our objective at the end of the year. So yes, it's a challenging environment, but we believe that we're performing rather well in this environment.
Okay, excellent. Well, thank you so much for your comments, and we wish you the best of luck for 2010.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me.